Hello and welcome to episode 59 of the Graceful Tangle podcast. Thank you so much for joining me today. I have so many things to talk about and I can't wait to get started. I don't have any finished objects to share this week. At least I hope not, because if I do, I'm forgetting them. But I do have lots and lots of works in progress, some designs, some finished designs. I'm just working on so many things and I am super excited to be able to chat with you guys this week. So, a little bit of info about this podcast is going to be just a little bit different. Honestly, you could be in for a crazy episode. It's been a crazy week. So many things are happening. But it's also just a little bit different of a camera angle. I'm not sure you can actually tell. I accidentally left my tripod that I use daily, basically, often, multiple times a day, with my best friend by accident. So I'm going to get back really soon, but I haven't been able to yet. So you are now precariously balanced on a nightstand, on top of a bin, leaning up against another bin. So we'll see how this works. I'm hoping that, it just doesn't face plant here in a little while, but I think we're going to be good. But like I said, so many things to talk about. Today is currently Sunday, June 27th. 2021. It's been a while since I've actually filmed a podcast on a Sunday, but we're getting closer to the typical schedule. I don't know. I like filming them on Saturdays, honestly, as well, because it kind of gives me Sunday that day to really edit and, work on the computer side of media content versus the behind the camera side. So I don't know. It's a lot different, but I'm still learning kind of how to balance everything for sure. But like I said, so many things to chat about. If you haven't already subscribed to my channel, please go ahead and do that. And don't forget to hit that notification bell so that you don't miss out on any future videos. I also have show notes for this episode linked in the description box below. So if you just click on that, it'll take you over to my website and you'll just be able to kind of peruse a few notes that I've made about each project. If you have any further questions, don't hesitate to reach out to me in the comments below and I will do my best to get back to you. Or you can send me a direct email, which is, my address is in the description box below. So if you have a crucial question, please reach out to me that way because it is so much easier to keep track of. So if you have anything to let me know, that is a great way to communicate. Alrighty, like I said, for 10 times already. So many things to chat about. I'm super excited about it. So let's just go ahead and hop into it today with a couple of works in progress. Okay, so I have multiple works in progress to talk about today, and they're actually in, you can barely see it, but I have a new basket here by my awesome chair that I'm sitting in. I got this last week, and it is so nice. It's like a laundry hamper. I don't know if I'll be able to pick it up and... So it's this, nice and tall bin, and it just sits so nicely by my chair, and it has a cover, so it kind of works as a nightstand / little table as well. It is awesome. So it currently houses all of my works in progress. It is filled to the top because that's how I roll. But yeah, so I'm going to be reaching in here instead of up and down on the floor. I have stuff everywhere, you guys. It's been crazy. I have so many things going on. And there's a couple, I'm working on a blanket and it doesn't even fit in this bin. So anyway. Okay, for works in progress, first things first, I have my Blue Ridge shawl. So this is a pattern by Kay of K Crochets. I've been working on it for a little while now, and I am halfway done. So it is going so well. I'm going to try to get out all of the yarn so that I can show you the colors that I am using. Okay, so this shawl is a Tunisian crochet triangle shawl. It is worked side to side, so you start in, well, if I could get out all the tangles, my goodness. Okay, so you start on this corner and then work all the way to the center, and that is the finished depth of the shawl, and then you work all the way out to the other end, decreasing. So here is what it currently looks like. I love it so much. You can see... It picks up, it looks worse on camera than it does in person. I'm realizing as I'm talking. This line right here is not supposed to be there. So that is a mistake. This shawl is not 100% perfect. The fading is really easy, but it's also really easy to get mixed up. Tunisian crochet, you have a forward pass and a return pass, and when you're fading, you go forward with one color and back with another color. And it makes sense when you are actually doing it, but it is so easy to forget to pick up the other color, or whatever the case may be. It's just really easy to get messed up. So I did do that once, and you can definitely tell on camera. It might just be a setting on my phone. You might not be able to tell as much on the watching it back, but it's really not that evident in person. But yeah, so it's totally fine. I am just gonna go with it and roll with it. It's not that big of a deal. But yeah, it's a little bit of a bummer, I guess, but it's okay. So last week I was in this fading section, and now I have completely finished it, and I have gone into this second full solid section with my second gray, and I love it so much. I'm just having so much fun with this project. It is so beautiful and fun to work on. The back also looks really, really cool. Yeah, I just love it so much. It's, again, been so fun to work on. I honestly really want to make another shawl like this, but use one color. I think that would be really pretty as well. So I don't know. I'm still trying to figure out what color I want to use and what yarn and things like that. But yeah, so I'm halfway done. Again, it's going super well. It's a little bit wrinkly right now, as you can tell, because it's been in the project bag. The yarn that I am using is We Crochet Cotton. One fell on the floor, of course, in 3 different grays. So I have all 3 of them right here. This one is silver, I think. Oh, well, that's not even the right label. I'm pretty sure this one is silver. And then this one is Carrera. Still haven't looked up that word to see if I'm pronouncing it right. And then this one is Rocket. So it's just a really beautiful gray fade. I think it's going to be such a good addition to my accessory handmade wardrobe. Really excited about this project. So that is my first work in progress. Again, I am really excited about building my Tunisian crochet skills. I already have a couple of just super simple pattern ideas that I really want to do. So yeah, I'm just kind of learning as I go on this project, and it has been so, so fun. Okay, my next work in progress is my Drop VT. So this is a pattern by Claire of Perfectly Knotted, and this is my next summer garment that I am working on. So this is a top-down raglan style tee with a v-neck. So I actually do have a picture to show. It's not a very good one, but it's a picture. Well, that's not going to do much good. Okay, I'll show this one. Nope, it has too much of the pattern on it. Maybe this is the right paper. Like I said, guys, there is stuff everywhere. Okay, so here is what it looks like. This, again, I said it last episode, and I'm sure I'll say it every time I show it. Pictures are not good. It does not do the pattern justice because we just have a black and white printer. But basically, this is a top-down raglan style, which means there are increases on in 4 points, and 2 in the front right here, and then 2 in the back. Really, really love the construction. The raglan style construction and the drop shoulder construction is my 2 favorite. I just think it flatters my body the best. I could be wrong, honestly. Still really learning what that means, but I really like this style. So I'm having a lot of fun with this project. I've also made so much progress on it this week. So here's what it, well, hold please. I have 2 drop stitches, and this yarn is just going to slide all the way down if I don't put those up ASAP. Okay, here is my progress. So I am knitting the size small. Typically, I knit the size extra small, but I really prefer oversized shirts. Not to the point that they're too big, but I just like positive ease in shirts, and honestly, more commonly negative ease in like pants and leggings and things like that. So I decided to go up a size for this so that I could have some more room in my bust, but also like kind of just this shirt. Like, it's not too big, but it's also not clingy, and I really prefer this style for the summer months. Obviously it depends what exactly I'm wearing that day, but I definitely want this shirt to be something that I can just throw on and be cozy and wear it with shorts. Like, I'm not trying to make it, super duper nice, if that makes sense. I just want it to be like a good knit t-shirt. kind of thing. So anyway, here's my progress. Last time I showed it, I seriously have made so much progress. So I split for the sleeves this week, and I also joined in the round for the v-neck. So originally it's worked flat, and that is what creates the v-neck in the middle, and then you join it in the round and then work all the way down. And so I've done all that this week, and I have done just a few rows on the, like I separated, and there's my underarm stitches, and I've done just a few rows after that. I actually just ran out of my first ball. Well, is it my first ball? I think it's my, I had a ball incident because I had some massive yarn vomit, so it's like a ball and a half into this or something like that. But basically I got to a good stopping point, and so I decided to wait to join a new ball until I shoot it today. But again, I absolutely love this project. The fabric is absolutely amazing. I'm still dropping stitches because the yarn is so slippery. I'm using Knit Picks Shine Sport, and the colorway Wisteria is the colorway name. And I'll show it up close one more time so that you can kind of get a good idea of the color. It is so, so pretty. Really, really excited about this project. Now, this was my first time doing this type of increase, and I kind of have a love-hate relationship with it. Honestly, it's super cool. The way that it works, the way that it creates this beautiful stitch that really isn't even a stitch is really, really pretty. It's this, I don't know if you can see very well on camera, but that's what it looks like. So you can kind of see that it looks like a slipped stitch that goes, all the way up, but it's not. It's two increases back to back without a stitch in between. So you're looking at the sides of the stitches. It's really pretty. It's really simple to do, but it's also really easy to get mixed up as to which is the right side and which is the left side. And I found that happening a lot on the v-neck section because it was at the end, well, at the beginning and at the end of every row when I was knitting flat. And you can probably tell, like, sometimes I didn't do it completely correct. This one I think is worse. But, I mean, all in all, it's not that big of a deal. I am noticing that the neckline is really big, so I think I'm going to have to do something to reinforce it a little bit. I haven't looked ahead in the pattern. She might already have instructions for that. If not, I think I'm going to do an I-cord edge all the way around the neckline. Or maybe like a single crochet edge or something. I don't know. I'm going to figure something out, though, and it'll make the v-neck look better as well. I also want to clean up the center just a little bit because, like, you just only cast on one stitch, so it just looks a little bit loose because, that's just the nature of that stitch. So, anyway, really excited about this project. Again, and it's going really, really well. I'm going to have to switch to a longer cable so that I can stop dropping stitches because, oh my word. Anyway. Really, really excited about this project. Again, going super duper well. Couldn't be happier about it. I'm hoping to get it done soon, honestly. This is my favorite part of any top-down garment, just the plain stockinette all the way down, just knitting, knitting, knitting. It honestly goes by so quick for me because I can just, turn on something and knit. It's amazing. I love it so much. So it's probably going to go by pretty quick, I think. I am going to do the drop stitch hem, which is going to add a lot of length. And it's going to go really fast because you're basically getting the length of 10 plus rows and you aren't doing near that many. So I'm excited about it. I'm having a lot of fun with this project. Okay, my last work in progress is technically a design, but I honestly don't have plans of writing it up and publishing it because it's just going to be kind of like a one-time thing. And it'll make more sense in a second. So I recently completely reorganized, redid my room. I got a loft bed for my birthday, which was in May. And then we also moved a new table in here that was in a previous spot in our house. So my room looks a lot different and I love it so, so much. I'm so grateful for it. But I have been wanting a nice big rug for my floor. My room is a lot more open than it used to be, and I just think having a rug would really kind of complete it, and add a really pretty element. And I kind of had an idea of what I wanted it to be. I wanted it to be round because there's a lot of rectangular things in my room. The loft bed, my yarn shelves, the table, everything is at an angle. And so I think it would be really pretty to have a circle rug to kind of offset that. Originally I was planning on making one, and then I thought I might buy one because I knew what color palette I wanted. I couldn't find yarn that was suitable for a rug that was in those colors. So anyway, I held off for a little bit. Well, my local yarn store was having actually still is, they're having a clearance sale. And I found this yarn on clearance, and it is perfect. So let me show it to you. It is this yarn. Belfast is the brand. It says Belfast by Kramer Yarns. I've never heard of it before, but it is a linen blend. So in the past, I have crocheted a few rugs for my room, and the constant thing that happens is I use an acrylic or a wool yarn, and it pills. It pills so bad, and it happens so quickly. And, you know, if you choose the right design, it might not look bad. You might not be able to notice it, but I've never been able to do that. And I really wanted like a flat style rug, like I want to make it double crochet, not like a textured pattern. So this yarn is going to work so well because the linen blend, it already has a little bit of kind of toothiness and fuzziness to it. So while I think it will pill a little bit, it won't be near as noticeable. And even if it is, it'll already go with the aesthetic of the yarn. So it really is going to be perfect. The colors are going to match my room so beautifully. I have this color, and then I have this pink color. Well, that one's actually in use. Let me not show that specific skein. This one. So I'm modeling them together. At least that's the plan right now. So I started this project this morning, kind of on a whim. I was honestly waiting for everybody else in my family to wake up and get going with the day so that I could film without waking anybody up. And so I decided to start this project. And here's what it looks like so far. So again, this will one day be a rug. I'm gonna try to make it as big as I can. I'm holding the yarn double, and I only have 3 balls of each color. So yeah, we'll see how big it can be. Here's what it looks like. I absolutely love it. Like, this is the exact thing that I want. The only issue right now is I'm struggling to figure out the right stitch count because this lace row in the middle is kind of messing me up. I don't want to leave it out, but it's also causing some issues with, again, stitch count. So it looks fine right now, but if I continue in the pattern that I'm going, it's going to look really wavy and messed up soon. So I'm going to have to rip this out or something. I might try to find a pattern, honestly. I just started it. But anyway, so we'll see. This isn't a pattern. I'm not using somebody else's pattern. It's technically coming from my brain, but I'm not planning on writing it up because it's just, you know, I'm just making it to use the yarn and to get this thing up for my room. But anyway, I really like it so far. Again, it's going to match perfectly. If you're curious, I'm using an 8mm hook and 2 strands of this yarn, which is the DK weight held together. So it's going to be amazing. I'm really excited. Here are the 2 skeins together. This pink that I showed is just a little bit darker, as you can see from this one. So I'm just going to use it last. Like, it's not a big deal. I don't really care. But yeah, so here are the 2 colors that I'm using now. As you can see, we've got a little bit of a mess going on, but it's okay. It'll all work out. Anyway, really, really excited about this project. I'm hoping that I can figure it out and really get it going here soon. So that is it for standard works in progress. I do have so many design things to talk about this week, so let's just get started on that. Okay, so like I said, I have lots of design things to talk about today. First off, I have a brand new pattern. So my firework socks pattern have been released. This has been a long time coming, but I'm so happy that they are finally out to you guys. This was done in collaboration with Lauren of 24 Threads. She designed and dyed the yarn, and then I designed the sock pattern. So it's out of testing, it's out into the world. It is so exciting. So I hope you go and check it out if you haven't already. I also have a video about this pattern and a stitch pattern tutorial to go with the lace pattern that you see on the front of the sock. So be sure to check that out if you haven't already. I love these socks so much, and I hope that you guys do as well. So that is the first thing. Now, the second thing is actually a finished object. So last week I talked about how I was knitting socks for my dad for a Father's Day. And at the time, I believe I was filming that podcast on a Saturday. And so Father's Day was the next day. And they weren't done at that time, but they did get done. I got them done in time to give them to him. And he absolutely loves them. So I'm going to put them on the blockers real quick so that I can show you what they look like. He has already worn them and they have been washed. So they aren't brand spanking new now. They're actually a little bit stretched out because his feet are bigger than these blockers. But I just love this pattern so much. I'm super excited to make myself a pair. And here is what they look like. Okay, so this yarn is Knit Picks Shawl. I'm trying to remember the name. I don't remember if it's hand painted. I think it might be hand painted. I don't remember. Anyway, it's Knit Picks Shawl. This is the colorway Movie Night. He loves the color. I'm just really excited about. No, it's not Movie Night. Is it Movie Night? Home Movie. Home Movie is the name. Movie Night Socks is the name of the pattern. Gonna be once it's released. But anyway, so the colorway is Home Movie. These colors are so fun. Again, cuff down, afterthought heel. They fit in perfectly. I was so happy to see that. And yeah, I absolutely love these socks. So they are now complete. I'm going to be knitting a second pair for myself. And then I will be doing a tester call. So you can look for that probably later on in July. I don't know. We'll have to see. I'm still working out. I need to have another tester call soon for another pair of socks. So I'm probably going to do that first. And then we'll do that later in the month. But I'm super excited for that pattern. So stay tuned for more details about it. Next up, design-wise, let's talk about this blanket. So this is the blanket that I am designing with all of the sheep G's. And I'm not saying that right. Ignore me. But all of the Katona minis. I don't actually have one here to show you, which is a little bit ridiculous. But that's because I finished the third column on this blanket. So now I just have to move the next 10 minis into the project bag. That's kind of the system I've been doing. It works really well. So here is the blanket and all of its beauty. Again, I have 3 of the 10 columns now complete. And it's absolutely gorgeous. This is my favorite corner so far. Like these 9 squares, I need something in those like ASAP. But yeah, so beautiful. I'm having a lot of fun with this blanket. It's super easy and mindless. It's going really well. And yeah, it's also really big. I'm super excited about the size. I absolutely love it. It is, I don't know. I mean, it's almost as tall as me, but not quite. And it's just such a good size. It's going to be perfect for summer. Honestly, I was hoping to have it done sooner than when I'm actually going to have it done. I was aiming for an August release, and that can still happen. I don't know. We'll see. Maybe late August. July is like literally the end of this week, which is crazy. So I don't know. We'll see. I'm definitely not in a rush for this pattern. It'll definitely be sometime this year, but I am not in a rush. I'm really enjoying the process and just enjoying using every single color. And yeah, I want to figure out a really like fun picture idea too. I don't know. We'll see. But I'm definitely having a lot of fun with this project. So I don't know if I'll show it next week or not. It depends on how much progress I can get done. But again, it's just kind of something that I'm working on the side. And yeah, it's been a lot of fun. So that is that. Now something that is coming very soon, and that is also a blanket, is this big guy. This thing is huge. Oh my goodness, I cannot get over how big and amazing this blanket is. So this is my Granny Chevron blanket. I'm using Bravo Worsted for this pattern and featuring all of the different speckles. So it started way down here with the gray, and then I went to the purple speckle, yellow speckle, teal and blue speckle, and then red, obviously with the silver in between all of them. And the silver is slightly wider than the speckle chevrons. So next up, I think I'm going to do this one. I'm not 100% sure. but I think I am. I'm looking at my shelf. I have a couple of more Lava Speckles. One of them has like a whole bunch of different colors. It's gorgeous, but I don't want to use it for this last color. I'm kind of featuring like the main, the blue, the red. I don't want to do like the tie-dye one in this specific design. And then I'm going to be doing the gray one for the border. So I think I'm going to do this one next. And then I have one more skein of the silver to use. As you can see, it's attached to something. It's attached to my swatch, actually. But anyway, so this is almost done. I just love this blanket so much. It's been so fun to work on. I've talked about it forever, but I have the cutest finishing detail idea, so I can't wait to actually do that. I've been waiting a long time to do that idea. But yeah, so it is huge. I love the size. I asked y'all's opinion a couple of podcasts ago if you think I should stop where I was and make the chevrons go this way, or if I should keep going lengthwise and make it horizontal. And I'm so glad that I decided to do it this way, because it's the idea I had in mind. I really liked it with just those colors as well. So I was curious to know what y'all thought. But yeah, definitely the majority of you voted on this way, and I love it so much. So can't wait to release this to you guys. I am definitely aiming for a July release for this blanket. It'll probably be later in July. But yeah, absolutely obsessed with it, and I can't wait to share it more when it's all completely done and all of its finished beauty and glory. But yeah, it is so cozy. Like, I just want to curl up and take a nap and do it, but I'm not going to do that. I'm going to finish filming this episode and do a million other things. But anyway, love this project so much. It's been amazing to work on. I'm definitely hoping to get it done sooner rather than later. Okay, what else do I want to talk about? I can share this sock. So my Hidden Trail sock pattern, which is this sock that I have been sharing for quite a while now. Let me get the blocker out. Why don't I? Take those off. Okay, so this sock is now in testing. The pattern is complete. Well, very close to completeness in testing right now, so it'll all be finalized once that process has ended. But this is what the sock looks like. So I am working on my second one now. And here's what it looks like. So I have passed the heel setup, so I'm just working along the foot right now. And again, here's my first one. So it's going really well. Testing is going absolutely incredible. My testers are just the absolute best. And I love all of their color options. It's going to be so fun to see them all complete. I have talked about this before, but I really want to knit a second pair of these socks for myself using a solid color yarn to kind of show off that ribbing in the front. I just haven't had the time to pick up yarn and get started on those, but definitely going to be doing it sooner rather than later. I need to sit down and make a detailed list of everything I want to make, because it's a little bit ridiculous right now. Anyway, absolutely love these socks, and I'm really looking forward to sharing the pattern with you guys. It will be coming out, as of right now, the date that I have in my head is July 5th, I believe. Testing should be wrapping up on July 2nd. And then I'm hoping to release it that next Monday. So we'll see, which is actually next week. So I'm hoping that plan happens. But we will just have to wait and see, won't we? Yes, we will. Okay, so that is that design. I told you I had so many things to talk about. Okay, next up, I think I have only one left. Is this my last one? Maybe. I could look at my show notes like a responsible podcaster. Maybe we'll do that. We'll check the show notes. Or maybe we won't, because my computer isn't turning on. I have a fun computer story for y'all in life update. Anyway, I believe this is my last design to share, and that is in this cute little project bag that I made a while ago now. I really want to make some more bags, you guys. I just have not had the time to do it. Okay, so this sock, again, let me get a blocker to show you in its full potential. So this sock is, I made it a while ago, actually. Not that long ago, but not yesterday either. And I just haven't had the time to get the pattern ready and to ask for testers, but that is going to be happening very, very soon. But this is a collaboration that I am doing with Pretty Twisted Yarns, and I love this pattern so much. I am super excited to get it out into the world, and I have now started my second sock. So here's what it looks like so far. Just about complete. I've just about completed the ribbing. They aren't gonna match exactly, but it'll be really close. What can I say? It's pretty much impossible to make a match completely the same. But anyway, I also have the cutest little progress keeper. Okay, you want to know a secret? I've wanted one of these. Wow. Huh. I can't talk. I have wanted one of these progress keepers for like as long as I can remember, and I saw it at the yarn store when I was there looking around the clearance section, and I just had to pick it up. So here's what it looks like. It's one of the kind of gumball styles, but it has little holographic silver glittery stars in it, and I am obsessed. I got the sweetest package earlier this week that I'm going to show in just a little bit. And I actually got another one of the Progress Keepers this style in there. So I'm just obsessed. Progress Keepers are so much fun. I absolutely love them. And I'm super excited to have this little one in my collection. It is so fun. So anyway, having a lot of fun with this sock. I just love this yarn so much. Self-stripping yarn is absolutely amazing. So definitely having a lot of fun with these socks. So stay tuned for a tester call coming soon. It's going to be a really fun pattern. I'm excited for you guys to see it and to be able to knit it. So again, stay tuned for that. Okay, so that is it for all of my designs. I think there's so much going on, but it is all good things. I have more on the horizon. I have more yarn that I want to use. I'm excited. It's a good season. So, like I said, that's it for design talk. So let's go ahead and talk about a devotional and a fun acquisition and a life update. Alrighty, so for today's devotional, I wanted to chat for a little bit about something that I've talked about before, but I also just want to kind of say like a little brief reminder, I guess. This little section of the podcast is so important to me. It is a way for me to kind of share with you all Jesus' love and what he is doing in my life, and I hope that I can encourage you through it and speak to your heart through it. I am so influenced by other Christians around me, and I always want to be that person to other people as well. So you're going to hear me talk about topics frequently, and I'll, repeat them a lot because I don't just finish learning something, right? Like there's always something else to learn, and often after I talk about something, I just think of more and more that I could have said or, would say next time. So anyway, today I wanted to talk about just prayer and talking to Jesus and recognizing the season that you're in and thanking him for it and being so grateful. It's definitely the mindset that I've had recently. So I have all of this kind of laid out in the show notes, so I encourage you to go check it out. Sometimes I don't go super detailed in the devotional section in the show notes, but this time I definitely did. I kind of word vomited a little bit before I started filming. But anyway, so I just wanted to talk to you, well, first off, my computer is right here, so if I look off to the side, it's at my show notes, just to get a little bit of, familiarity, I guess. So anyway, again, I wanted to talk about the importance of prayer and just seeking his guidance and wisdom in every season. So I am in a season, it's a busy one. I'm going in so many different directions. My business is growing, which I am so grateful for. I am working more than I ever have outside of the house. And of course, school. I'm doing school in the summer. And so balancing that with everything else is a lot, and it's crazy. And it can definitely lead to me being, obsessed isn't the right word, but being so involved in myself that I fail to see what God is trying to do or even what others are doing. And that is definitely not something that I want to do or be, but it's easy to do when we have so many other things going on in our life. So I was thinking about that earlier, and how, I don't want to get stuck in the repetitive motions of getting up, working on business stuff, working on school, going to work, coming back, more school, more, it's just throughout the weekdays, it's so easy to get in a routine and to just be so focused on each little thing that you have and you have planned, that again, I fail to see what God is doing. So I am a planner. I'm not ashamed to admit it. It's not always a good thing. It's not always a bad thing. It's definitely a mix of the two. If you were to look up the Enneagram, I don't know if any of y'all are familiar with that. I am not the person to speak to about it, honestly. I know so many other amazing people who are much more knowledgeable about this than I am. But I did take the little free quiz just to see. I am like 99% type 1. Enneagram 1, I guess is how you would say that. So I fit it to a T. I fit it to an embarrassing T, I might add. It's not something that I, boast about or go share anyway. It's not something to be ashamed of either. Don't label yourself as a number. I could talk about that in a separate episode as well. But anyway, I definitely have a lot of characteristics of that personality type. And planning is one of them, and having a schedule and, liking to stick to it and for things to go your way in a sense. It sounds awful, but, it is true in a sense. I'm definitely learning how to be more flexible and learning more about balance, but I also really like having structure and a plan to my day and a to-do list, really just to help me keep on track and not get distracted as easily. So anyway, with this mindset, I can easily set into the pattern of doing my own things, working, my own routine, like I've said, that I fail to see what God is doing. And so something that I've been really focusing on recently is just seeking his prayer my prayer and his guidance and wisdom in the next season of my life, because I am now almost exactly halfway done with college, with my first 2 years. I'm attending community college for these first 2 years, and then I don't know what's next after that. I don't know if I'll transfer or if, I'll go out into the workforce at that point. There's things that I was hoping that was, gonna happen or gonna be closer to happening before graduating college, and it looks like that's not gonna quite happen yet. And so it's just learning to, again, seek his wisdom and his guidance, because I firmly believe that he has a plan for you. And while we were given free will, we have the right as people, but also we have free will given to us by God to make choices for ourselves. So we can make our own plan. We have that ability, but our plan is never the best. His is. And he constantly shows that in my life, and I believe that he will constantly show you that as well. A few of my favorite verses on this topic. First of all, Jeremiah 29:11 is, probably the most well known. It says, "For I know the plans I have for you, declares the Lord, plans to prosper you and uphold you." And that verse is just so beautiful, and it's so, so true. My all-time favorite verse, at least in this season of my life, is Luke 1:45, and it says, "Blessed is she who has believed that the Lord would fulfill his promises to her." And it's just a verse I hold so close to my heart. There's promises that I truly believe he has for me that have not yet been fulfilled, but there are also so many promises that he has fulfilled. So I'm just so eager for the season that I am in to continue learning and growing and gaining as much out of it as I can possibly can, even if it is nothing what I thought it was going to be like. It's difficult, I'm not going to lie, but it's also been so rewarding in just different ways than I thought it was going to be. So I encourage you to pray and to seek his guidance and wisdom, because it's there and he wants to give it to you. And like I've said so many times, and I will continue to say, he is there and ready and willing to embrace you with open arms, and they are the biggest, most loving arms ever that you could possibly hug. So I encourage you to do so for sure. Alrighty, so something else that I wanted to briefly chat about before hopping into life update for this week is an acquisition. So, lovely Eden. Oh my goodness. She has a YouTube channel. I will link it down below. I'll also link her Instagram handle. She's absolutely amazing. She's one of my favorite people to follow. I am so blessed and honored to be able to follow her on this journey, and it's just amazing. This community is amazing. To be able to connect with people. She lives in Canada. I live in Alabama. I mean, it's a little north Alabama. It's northeast Alabama. She is way up in Canada. Like, the likelihood of us ever meeting is 100% not impossible. I hope that we meet sometime, but it's not likely, right? I mean, I live in Alabama. She lives in Canada. It's a long way away. And especially with, the pandemic and everything, we are literally not capable of seeing each other right now. So, anyway, she sent me the sweetest, most loving and thoughtful care package this past week, and it was so fun and so beautiful to open it, and I wanted to share it with you guys. So it came in this beautiful little box that I am sure that she painted. She didn't actually tell me that. I'm going to not display our addresses for the world to see, so I will show you this little area right here. But again, I have not asked her to specifically. She didn't tell me, but I know that she painted this box. And look at how beautiful those mountains are in the sunset. And also, it looks remarkably well for coming all the way down from Canada. Sometimes our mail looks rough, but this looks quite nice. Okay, so this box was just loaded with Canadian goodies and a handmade item and just a fun little trinkets. So, first thing is this shawl. And, I mean, can you even? At the beauty of this. Look at this. Oh my goodness. It's so gorgeous. I love the colors. And it is so pretty. Like, oh my goodness. It's perfect. I can't wait to wear it. I have a dress that it would look so cute with, but it also looks so good with, I mean, not this, striped shirt, but just a plain gray shirt and shorts. It is perfect. So I'll have to leave it on for a little bit because it's really cozy too. Anyway, the card that she sent was in this amazing envelope, and it's plannable. My mind is completely blown. My mom's mind is completely blown. If you have tuned into my Instagram stories lately, you've probably seen that my mom is going on garden this summer and is doing absolutely amazing. We have one tomato plant that she grew from a seed that has over 100 little cherry tomatoes on it. It's amazing. None of them are red yet. The process of them seeing them green and then turning to red is a very long process apparently, but things are going so well. So anyway, this envelope is plannable. So I have to read the instructions on the back of the actual card, but I think you literally plant it. Like, how amazing is that? And flowers will bloom. Like, that's just absolutely incredible. So anyway, that is the most fun thing ever. And then some little treats. So these are Smarties. Now, these are Canadian Smarties. If you are in the U.S., Smarties to us are, they're candies. I don't even know how to describe them. They're basically pure sugar. Like, it's like a little mini candy, kind of like a sweet tart. And, you just eat it. I've had them for literally as long as I can remember. But these are completely different. They kind of remind me of M&M's, but better. Like, they are so good. I can taste the candy coating a little bit more, and I really like that. I can show you one. If you like, I could eat one on camera. I've never eaten on camera, but why not? So this is what they look like. They are so cute, and they are so good. Yeah, like super chocolatey. It's milk chocolate, so if you love milk chocolate, definitely the way to go. But yeah, so good. And it says 100% natural colors. I did not know that. I didn't see that. That's super cool. Yeah, these things are so good. My siblings love them as well. I've shown a few already, and they think they're awesome. Okay, and then a couple of other little treats. I'll definitely have to share these as well. Little suckers that are so cute. It's so colorful, I might add. I love all the different colors. And then two other little candy things. Some chocolate coins, which are so cool. I just love the way that these look. And unwrapping them is the most satisfying thing ever. Like, I mean, they're delicious. Like, honestly, I will for sure enjoy eating them. Unwrapping them is the best part, in my opinion. And then this chocolate as well. I think she knew I liked chocolate. I'm not sure how she knew that, but oh man, I am a sucker for chocolate. I love dark chocolate. Is my absolute favorite. All chocolate's amazing, but dark chocolate is my favorite. And lately I've been eating like unsweetened chocolate. It's so good. My brother thinks it's awful because it's bitter to him, but I think it's delicious. Anyway, so this beautiful little chocolate bar, and this is chocolate tofino, maybe? Milk chocolate bar. So I haven't opened it yet because I wanted to show it just like this, but I'm curious now. We'll see what it looks like later. But yeah, I'm excited to get into that as well. And then this is awesome. Again, I haven't used it yet because I wanted to show you guys, but I was drinking from a mason jar yesterday and I wanted to use it so bad. So this is a mason jar pour cap, and this says it's made in the USA. So I have not personally seen these or used them, but you just get a standard mason jar and screw this on and you can drink out of it. How cool is that? We have something kind of similar. Is something, so like typically a mason jar has, a metal lid and then the top separates. And so we have a little like red plastic doohickey thing that goes on the metal part, and you can use a straw. And so I've used that to drink out of, like without a straw before, but this is made for that. So I'm really excited to try it out. And then let's see, there's a couple more things in here. Y'all, this is going to be a lot of fun to clean up later. Anyway, just a few little adorable little notions. This is a pin. It looks like it's actually a chocolate pin, the same company as the chocolate, because I think it's cut off. Obviously, it's super pretty. Anyway, really like that. I'm gonna close it before I prick myself. And then some Burt's Bees chapstick, which is my absolute favorite, and this is cucumber mint. So I'm super excited to try this. I love the cucumber mint combination. And then this essential oil, which, she knew I needed this. It's Roll On and Relax. It has peppermint, spearmint, and eucalyptus, which are my 3 favorite. I love peppermint oil. It is the best thing ever. If you have a headache, use peppermint oil. Trust me. And if you get car sick, like seriously, it's amazing. Anyway, I have used this before and it's awesome. So it's really cool. You just can you can put it on your wrists like you would perfume. It smells really good. So you could do that, or you could put it on your temple. Just don't get it in your eye because of the peppermint oil. And then even like if you are using it for like a car trip or something, we like to put it on like your chest or your neck. Just little areas like that. Bottom of your feet is also good, but not if you're going to be walking. So you want to think that through. But anyway, really like this, of course. And then last but certainly not least, this adorable, like so beautiful Progress Keeper. I don't know if you're going to be able to see it, but it's that same glass style as the other one that I showed, and it has a little flower in it. There you go. Now you can kind of see. It's so pretty. My wing is messed up, but anyway, super excited to use this. So thank you so much, Eden, if you are watching this episode. It means the world that you took the time to send that. So thank you. Okay, a little bit of a life update, just super brief because this segment is pretty long, isn't it? Anyway, again, I'm just in the midst of school. Pretty typical stuff, honestly. And midterms are going to be scattered across the next couple of weeks, so that's fun. Not really, but, we'll get through it somehow. Working, of course, all the time. And this, making, knitting, crocheting, designing, it's all so exciting. My days are so full and so busy, but they are also amazing, and I honestly would not want it any other way. I would, a day off every now and then is never something I'll complain about, but it is so amazing to just be able to do this and love it. And like I mentioned earlier, just being expectant for future seasons and for his guidance and wisdom through it all. So it's been really good. Alrighty, so I think that's it for this week's podcast. It's been a loaded, crazy episode, but I hope that you guys enjoyed it, and I cannot wait to see you all here again next week for much more progress on all of these amazing projects. So many things are happening, and I can't wait to share them all with you. Thank you so much for watching. Again, if you haven't already subscribed to my channel, I would love it if you go ahead and do that. And don't forget to check out all of the links below and follow me on my other social media platforms. As always, let me know what you are working on in the comments below, and I will chat with you all again next time. Until then, happy making. Bye.